The transfer window is heating up, deals are getting closer, and surprises are everywhere. Welcome to Tiki Taka Sport, I'm James. Arsenal are preparing an €80 million bid for Paris Saint-Germain winger Bradley Barcola this summer. Reports suggest that Mikel Arteta has approved the move as the Gunners continue their search for attacking reinforcements ahead of the new season. Barcola has emerged as one of Arsenal's priority targets, with the club closely monitoring his situation at PSG. The French winger is highly regarded for his pace, creativity, and attacking versatility, making him an attractive option for the North London side. Arsenal are now considering a formal approach as they evaluate the possibility of securing one of France's most exciting young talents. If a deal progresses, Barcola could become one of the headline transfers of the summer window. Do you think Bradley Barcola would be a good signing for Arsenal? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Arsenal and Tottenham are both keeping tabs on Marseille forward Mason Greenwood ahead of the summer transfer window. The 24-year-old has attracted interest from several clubs. However, reports suggest that a return to the Premier League is currently considered highly unlikely due to the controversy surrounding his past legal case in England. Despite the reported interest, any potential move back to England would face significant challenges. Meanwhile, Manchester United are closely monitoring the situation. The club would reportedly receive 40% of any future transfer fee through a sell-on clause included in Greenwood's transfer to Marseille. For now, Greenwood remains a Marseille player, but his future is expected to remain a major talking point throughout the transfer window. Manchester United are interested in signing Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen this summer. The Nigeria international is among the attacking options being considered as United look to strengthen their forward line ahead of the new season. Osimhen remains one of the most highly rated strikers in world football and continues to attract interest from several top clubs. However, any potential deal would be difficult to complete. Reports suggest that Galatasaray are demanding a fee in the region of £130 million to sell the striker. With the asking price extremely high, Manchester United will need to decide whether to pursue the move or explore alternative targets during the transfer window. Manchester City are advancing in talks to sign Elliot from Nottingham Forest. Reports suggest that negotiations between the two clubs are progressing well, with discussions continuing behind the scenes as City push to complete the deal. The midfielder is currently in the United States with England at the 2026 World Cup, but that has not stopped talks from moving forward. Manchester City have reportedly already submitted an offer worth more than £120 million for the 23-year-old midfielder. Meanwhile, Manchester United have not yet matched City's valuation, leaving Pep Guardiola's side as the clear favourites to secure Anderson's signature. With negotiations entering a crucial stage and confidence growing within the club, Manchester City are increasingly optimistic about completing the transfer in the near future. Arsenal have recently made inquiries about Juventus forward Kenan Yildiz, one of the most highly rated young players in European football. Reports suggest that the Premier League champions and European runners-up have renewed their interest in recent weeks. A move to Arsenal would reportedly have been an attractive option for the Turkey international. However, Yildiz remains fully focused on Juventus and is considered a key part of the club's long-term project. The Italian giants view him as one of their most important young stars for the future. The 20-year-old enjoyed an impressive season, scoring 11 goals and providing 10 assists in 47 appearances across all competitions. Despite Arsenal's interest, there is currently no indication that Yildiz is looking to leave Juventus. Do you think Arsenal should continue pursuing Kenan Yildiz, or should they focus on other targets? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Liverpool are interested in signing Rayo Vallecano right-back Andrei Rațiu this summer. Reports suggest that the Reds have already held talks with the 28-year-old's representatives as they evaluate a potential move. Rațiu has impressed with his performances in La Liga and is attracting attention from several top clubs ahead of the transfer window. The defender reportedly has a release clause worth €25 million in his contract. However, there is a belief that a deal could be negotiated for a lower fee. Liverpool are not alone in the race, with Barcelona also monitoring the situation closely. As interest continues to grow, Rațiu's future could become one of the transfer stories to watch in the coming weeks. Borussia Dortmund have reportedly placed Karim Adeyemi on the transfer list as uncertainty grows over his long-term future at the club. Reports suggest that concerns over the winger's wage demands have played a role in Dortmund's willingness to consider a sale this summer. Liverpool are said to be showing strong interest in the Germany international and are closely monitoring developments surrounding his situation. Adeyemi remains one of the most exciting attacking talents in German football, and his future is expected to attract significant attention during the transfer window. With Liverpool keeping a close watch and Dortmund potentially open to negotiations, this is a transfer story that could develop quickly in the coming weeks. Real Madrid informed Como several weeks ago that they intended to activate their buyback clause for midfielder Nico Paz. However, the situation has become less clear in recent weeks following a number of developments, including reports of a conversation between the player and Mourinho. As a result, no final decision has been made regarding Paz's future, and the situation remains unresolved. Despite the uncertainty, reports suggest that Nico Paz remains keen to stay at Como and continue his development with the Italian club. For now, all options remain open as Real Madrid evaluate their next move and Paz waits for a final decision on his future. Real Betis have emerged as the leading favourites to sign Real Madrid left-back Fran García this summer. Reports suggest that the 26-year-old is no longer part of Jose Mourinho's plans, and initial discussions have already taken place between the two clubs. Real Madrid are reportedly willing to sell Garcia for around €10 million as they evaluate changes to their squad ahead of the new season. Betis are pushing for a permanent transfer and remain confident about the player's profile. However, the main obstacle is still reaching an agreement on personal terms and salary. Negotiations are expected to continue as both clubs work toward finding a solution that could see Garcia make the move this summer. Inter Miami have completed a deal to sign Casemiro as their new midfielder. Reports indicate that a verbal agreement has been reached with all parties involved, while the remaining formalities have already been resolved ahead of the official announcement. The Brazilian midfielder has chosen to continue his career in Major League Soccer and is excited about the opportunity to join Inter Miami. Casemiro is also keen to play alongside Lionel Messi as the club continues to strengthen its squad with experienced international stars. An official announcement is now expected soon as Inter Miami prepare to welcome one of the most decorated midfielders of his generation. West Ham United have confirmed the permanent signing of Venezuela international winger Kaiber Lamadrid from Deportivo La Guaira. The talented attacker initially joined the club on loan and has now completed a permanent move after impressing during his time with the Hammers. Lamadrid is regarded as one of Venezuela's most promising young players and has already represented his national team at senior level. West Ham have not disclosed the length of the winger's contract, but the deal has now been finalized and officially confirmed by the club. The move represents another important step in Lamadrid's career as he looks to establish himself in English football and continue his development at West Ham United. Thanks for watching Tiki Taka Sport. I'm James. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest football news. See you in the next video.